What's up, guys? Nobody in here yet. In all honesty, I didn't expect anybody to be in here. This wasn't a scheduled live. I just jumped on at 2 o'clock on a Friday before Christmas Eve, so not expecting anybody to be in here. But I'm going to give it a couple of minutes. I apologize for it being boring for a short moment of time. If one person shows up, then I'll start with what I was going to do. But this is why I'm here today. This is my Spyderco PARA3. Forgive me for being able to, I don't know what sprint run this is. It's in CTS XHP. It's who's here? Hey, look at there. Old Jim Miller's here. Good deal. Gunner Rise here. What's up, guys? And I'm going to be honest, I love these scales. I love the fact that they're orange and that's different. But when I was at Mr. Vince's little condo, Simplify EDC guy, he had a PARA3 and had a set of scales on it that I absolutely fell in love with. So that is the only reason why I would be willing to remove these orange scales. And if this goes good and I enjoy the scales that I got, these orange may be up for grabs. I won't sell them. I'll give them to somebody. But just give me a couple of weeks to make sure I like the ones I've got on here. So this is what I got. I ordered these from Advanced Weapon Tech. And, just so that old Jack Chalons can give me a bunch of shit, I ordered some Chinese titanium hardware. Yeah. Just because it was all I could find that I could get here that quick. So let's go ahead and open this up. There's a ant. Look at there. And let's see what we're upgrading to. This is the first time I've laid eyes on these other than when I ordered them. So I'm kind of anxious to see what I got. One thing I will say about Advanced Weapon Tech's website, for me, my sight is a little bit impaired. It's kind of hard for me to tell exactly what I'm ordering. Just to be honest, these are these textured? Yes, these are a textured aluminum scale. They say that they're liner delete. I don't know how that works. I don't know what I'm in for doing such a thing. I thought these were going to be a more traditional gray. They are gray, but I ordered like a bright blue anodized anodized titanium hardware. I'm not sure. And no, we cannot, because now she brought it up. Butthole. There you go. So I'm not sure if I'm going to want to run the blue with these. This is just more of a, I don't know, like a flat military gray kind of look, almost like a battleship gray, maybe a little darker. I don't know. But all that's irrelevant. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Because first we have to see if O'Shane can even manage to take this thing apart and put it back together. For those of you who have watched me do upgrades in the past, you'll be well aware that not only is my vision not great, the use of my hands is not great. So I kind of struggle. So let's get some light on this subject. That might be a smart idea. Gosh, I can't even read these bits, man. I got to get some glasses. There's just no way around it. So anyway, we're going to set these over to the side. See if we can find the right size to fit these here screws. And that feels a little loose. Let me be honest with you guys. My hand function may be even worse than it was the last time I did a scale swap. It seems to be deteriorating even further. Really don't know that there's anything I can do about it. That didn't feel right either. That didn't feel like it was going to work. So is that like too much, guys? It's helping me, but the video seems kind of washed out. It's got a little slop in it, but I guess it's right. I don't know. I don't have anybody here to help me this time. I say that. Was John ever really a help, guys? Let me know in the comments. For those of you who have watched me do mods in the past, not mods, upgrades in the past, John was usually here to help me, but I was never quite sure if John was really a help. I think John just liked tormenting me and making me feel worse as I was doing the upgrade. So I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to do this wrong. I'm sure everybody's going to let me know. This is not really my cup of tea. This is not the kind of stuff I do very often. So forgive me if I struggle. I don't have anybody here to let me know that I'm not on camera either. That was one thing John was pretty good at. He would yell at me and let me know people couldn't see what I was doing. But yeah, I got these cool Weehaw bits, but if I could just read them, that would be a huge help. But I can't, so it is what it is. I've got reading glasses somewhere. I've used them in the past. They seem to really help, but I don't know where they are. Guys, we may get stopped before we ever get started good. I may have already stripped that screw out because I had the wrong bit. I don't know how many of you guys in here go live. I know Satisfaction does. That figures. Hang on. Guys, I've got to answer this. I'm sorry. I got to pause for a moment. Hello? Yes, ma'am. Okay. 10:30 be good. Thank you. All right, bye. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that, guys. That was the VA. I've been awaiting that phone call, so I pretty much had to answer that. Yeah, this video may be over already because I think I ruined this screw. Well, I don't know. Something's happening. I think this thing may have been cross-threaded from the factory. It's not. It's turning, but it doesn't seem to be getting any looser. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I bet I'm turning the whole barrel. See, this is why I need assistance when I do these kind of things, because it's inevitable that I'm going to screw it up. I'm not sure how to go about it now. Typical Spyderco QC. Kiss my ass, Maddie. Yeah, that's what it was. I was spinning the whole barrel. But now I really hope that the blue hardware looks good, because I don't want to reuse that screw. In all honesty. But now this one's just turning the whole barrel. What'd I do then? Come on, somebody give me some advice here. What do you do when? Oh, and it all just sprung on me when I closed it. So that probably wasn't a good idea. And this is why I do things. Why I record this stuff, because there's no doubt it's going to be entertaining, because I'm going to screw it up. So what I do in that instance, if it's yeah. We'll figure it out, though. If you've never been here before, man, I apologize because I don't know what you thought you were signing up for, but anytime I alter a knife, you can ask these guys that are always here that it pretty much always works out like this. I've never had an issue with this, with that barrel turning. I may actually have to get up and go find something to hold it with. I've never had to do that before. Give me just a second. Once again, I apologize for being not very professional. But that was never one of my traits to begin with. Not having to leave the room, so I won't be long. Got a little pair of needle nose here. Maybe I can hold that barrel with it. Maybe, just maybe, that'll work. I can't find my Nippics anywhere. I seem to have misplaced them. I probably put them in a pouch that I forgot about. Hey, I got it. Yeah, whole barrel fell out. How about that? Take the other sides. Oh, well, might have helped if I'd have read that beforehand, Aunt. You're probably right. That probably would have helped. So I don't even know what order to be doing this stuff in, man. I just start taking screws out and making life difficult on myself. I know guys that do this a lot. They seem like they've got a procedure down that they follow each time that makes it easier, and I just haven't done enough of it to learn it. I'm not smart enough to go watch their videos on it. So I'm just stuck, making life more difficult for myself. So how have you guys been, man? Take lanyard tube. Oh, Ian, you're right. The lanyard tube can be. I've been really lucky, man, that the ones I've fooled with just seem to have popped off fairly easily. I was thinking about that a little while ago, wondering if I was going to have issues today with the lanyard tube because I've been so lucky in the past. Another reason why I want to change these scales, I don't know if you guys can see it. This thing was beautiful when I got it, but man, this orange, and I don't really do anything to get very dirty anymore, but God, it collects a lot of dirt. Every time I look at my knife, it's dirty. But maybe I should just not be so dirty. I don't know. Gosh, I hope nothing flies apart when I do this. Because like I said, I don't think there's anything springy inside here. But we will find out, I guess. I do kind of miss you guys, man. I miss going live a little bit, but some of you who know me really well know why I haven't been, and I just I did learn, in the beginning I'd planned to do this channel by myself, and Grateful Panic was kind enough to join me, and I guess I just got spoilt to that because it's like, man, I get on here by myself and I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? I'm just at a loss now. And he's got a lot going on and can't go live with me very often, so I've just been not going. I am curious how this is going to work because it says it's linerless. I'm assuming this liner, this liner has got to be reused, correct? Because that's where the liner lock is. Hush. Hush. That dog's been acting really weird lately, man. She she just I don't know, she's always looked to me when she's scared, but she's never been extremely loving towards me. She's always been a much bigger fan of my wife than me. But lately, I can't get her out from under my butt, man. She just it's like she always has to be touching me. When she's not, she's almost sad. I don't know, but been barking and growling a lot at nothing. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah. Let me double check here. What I do with that package? I don't know. There might have been instructions in there. That could have been helpful. Well, there's a piece of paper in here, but I'm be willing to bet that's just an invoice. Because I'm seeing something. What are all these little holes here for? I don't know. No, Aunt, she don't growl at me. She just she'll like look out the window and growl. There's never anything there. I don't know. Yeah, this is just an invoice and like warranty and other information. It's just odd how loving she's been lately. I don't know. It's almost. Well, I got the scale off the tube, but now I'm assuming I have to get this tube out, correct? Does the linerless even use the tube? I don't know yet. If any of you guys have done some AWT advanced weapon tech scale swaps, feel free to school me though. Take a moment to look at the difference here. See, this one's flat for the washer to ride against, and this one's milled, so this definitely has to go into here. See if we can figure. I appreciate y'all bearing with me because I know this isn't very exciting. Me fighting with this stupid tube trying to get it out. But I keep thinking maybe there's a new one over there, but even if there is, this has to come off to get this liner out. So when it says liner delete, that's only partially true. It appears as if you're only deleting one of the liners. The one with the lock in it has to remain. God, I hope she don't come up here and jump up here. She's 65 pounds of pure muscle pit bull who does as she pleases, so I'm hoping she don't jump up here on me. I'm about to find something to get a hold of this right quick, guys. Like I said, I decided to do this literally 19 minutes ago, so I should probably already be done with it. I can't believe we're already 20 minutes in, and I'm not done. But good news, though. I did just find my reading glasses, so at least I'll be able to see. I looked all over for these things the other day. Couldn't find them. I get up to hunt a tool. First thing I find is my reading glasses. Of course, they're covered in drywall dust, just like everything else in my house is. Man, I just can't find anything to get a hold of that. That goddamn tube was the size. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they felt it necessary to kind of press fit this tube, because it wasn't. Well, that got me nowhere. Okay, well, I got the scale off. And now, of course, the tube is, yeah. I'm assuming that's going to lay in there just like that. The tube just popped right back in, so that's good beans. So now can do this without losing the washer. She's sitting over on my bed staring at me like, what are you doing, dumbass? Man, I don't know. I never feel like I'm doing this correctly. Nerve damage sucks, guys. It's like, even when you know what to do with your hands and you're telling them what you want to do, they just don't always react. And when that happens, for me, the best thing to do is just stop, is just set it down, because there's no telling what I'm liable to mess up. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing wrong here. I'm trying to do all this at once when really I should just take the pivot out and put it in the scale there, and then set the blade down on top of it. So I hope you guys are enjoying my suffering. It's always good to know. There's an issue there. The liner lock is going to push against it. All right. Any suggestions on how I can avoid that nightmare? Should I put it together this side first? Is that what I should do? Maybe. I don't know. I know you guys are sitting there cringing me picking this up with needle nose, but I just can't manipulate things with the tips of my fingers. And I'm not sure which direction the D shape needs to go. So I'm sure that's going to cause me all kind of problems. Holy shit, look at this shit show going on here. You're correct, Kyle. Stand by, Kyle Coonley, because I wouldn't be surprised if I don't end up with you on speakerphone having to help me fix this. Because that doesn't look D-shaped, but man, that just don't feel like it wants to go in there. You can do it, Shane Chang. Thanks, Joanne. I appreciate the vote of confidence. This may be the only scale swap video you guys have ever seen that had more than one part. There may be a part two. That's strange because it popped right in that side. But the barrel doesn't seem to want to go into this scale. Oh, well, it popped in there. Of course, I popped it in there without the washer on. Ian, you're right. John is always the optimist, and he might be completely wrong. I may never get this so much back together. I might have to drive to Huntsville, get my knife reassembled. Pretty embarrassing as a grown man. You have to ask another man to put your knife back together for you. Can you guys see that? It looks like it's going in, man, but it's really crooked. Now, let me pick it back up. That's what I had to do to get it together last time. You know what else has got me worried? I don't know which side the D shape is supposed to face or what it even. Let me take a closer look at this and make sure that's not what my issue is. Is this where the D shape goes? I don't see anything D shaped there, so. All right. Dopey, that's a hell of an idea. Oh, man. Just put the screws to it and tighten her down. It'll fall in place. See, I don't see anything D-shaped over here either. What is D-shaped to capture that D? Capture that D. See there? I'm at a D joke already. God, I wish my hands worked. I can't give up 0 bites. This is literally the only knife I ever carry anymore. Jim Miller says it's in the liner. Is it in the liner that we're deleting, though? It is. It's right there. You'll see that? It's a little flat spot right there. So I don't know how that... unless there is a... I really don't see a... Okay. That's why I'm having a hard time getting it in. There is a D shape in this scale. That's why it's not going in. I'm not lining it up. There it went, just like that. Now that I know. Just slid right in. I think I'm getting it. In case you're wondering, I know I told you I had to use hardware. I'm just going to put a couple of screws in this to hold it together. And then kind of replace them one at a time. I may do one side in the factory screws, the other side in the titanium screws, and see how I like to look. But I gotta get that barrel in there though, don't I? That's gonna suck. Now I'd like to see Shane scale swap and integral. Pretty Fly, you do not want me effing with mine, yours, or anybody else's integral as far as that's concerned. So now that I know that, I remember where I messed up. I've got to you got to put a screw and the barrel in there before you put the top scale on. So you guys could have told me that. Y'all could have reminded me, but no. You guys are zero help unless somebody did. I just wasn't paying attention. But I have a feeling the chat is nothing but people making fun of me, which is fine. No chance in hell I took that apart without disassembling it all, huh? I think we all knew that was going to happen. But that's my fault. At least now I know where I was messing up earlier. Hopefully it won't take long to duplicate my success. Find the D. See, Kyle and Dopey are really good at this because they don't have any issues finding the D. They've got D radar. Dadar, if you will. So you guys think this is going to get me a contract with Advanced Weapon Tech on making how-to videos on replacing their scales? I could be their official tutorial guy. With every scale set you purchase, it comes with a link to my how-to video. Wouldn't that be cool? Cool, possibly. Helpful. Hell no. This might have taken me longer than the Mannix did. But that's been a while. I don't really remember. But I also had OCDC on the live helping me with that. I'm going to get hired by knife modders. You may think it's a little bit strange how knife modders just disappeared on us. Didn't really associate with the community. Wouldn't answer any of my DMs, even like business related ones. And now all of a sudden they're back. I mean, I ain't trying to stir no drama, but I wonder if business started kind of slacking and never mind. I shouldn't be talking about that. Shouldn't be talking about that. Y'all know the last thing I want to do is stir any drama. I didn't even have it in my hands. I know that's barely in, but I want to wait and open this hardware. Kind of get you guys' opinions on whether or not I should use it. See how it looks. Oh, look at there. It even came with a blue barrel and a. Is it worth taking back apart to make that blue? I'm just going to lay it right there, and I'm going to give it about 60 seconds and let you guys tell me, does the blue look better than the silver? Let me know if y'all think I should use the blue. John's saying yes, use the. I'll take it back apart, start all over, and use the blue if that's what y'all want me to do. Blue. Okay. You guys are just you guys are loving the idea of making me redo it, aren't you? See, I thought it was just hardware, so I was just gonna swap them out one at a time. I didn't realize there was a barrel and everything else in there. So I should have, because this is my second time buying this product. Jack Sloan's give me shit about it too, that I put Chinese parts on the Spyderco. But not honestly, the first time I didn't know. I didn't even. It never even crossed my mind to see if it was American made. And Spyderco hardware is so hard to get a hold of anyway that as soon as I found some, I just bought it. And then caught all kinds of shit for putting Chinese stuff on my American made knife, which I'm sure nobody else would have caught shit for that. That's just something you give me a hard time about. Throw some lube in there. I don't need any. That phosphor bronze don't need no lube, John. This thing is smooth as butter. This is the easiest spotty flicking knife I have ever dealt with, man. I could literally, this thing comes out of my pocket, and regardless of where my hands fall on it, nothing matters. When I touch that hole, it just flicks, man, and I love that about this knife. I don't have to think about it. Like with my PM2, I have to kind of pay attention, be cautious about my grip and, where my fingers are, all that stuff to make it happen. That's probably just because, my hands are so jacked up. But with this, it's just effortless. I think even though Scab or Choirboy could probably spotty flick with this knife. That's an inside joke because things may have changed, but at one point in time, he couldn't spotty flick to save his life. Of course, to those caveman hands of his, it's not so surprising. I'm sorry, guys. I keep doing stuff off screen. It's not hard to forget that there are people watching. You're supposed to be doing this for. All right, let's get back to that. Yeah, it's got a pivot. I don't know why it matters that the pivot's blue. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use that. There's something inside there. Can y'all see that? You can definitely see how shaky my hands are. It's like there's a burr. I mean, you can't see it anyway, though, right? Let's see if something will go through there. Maybe it'll fall out. Yeah, it did. It was just a little shaving. That's what happens when you buy that down communist hardware, man. Well, I dropped it, but I see it, so. Y'all know how I feel about that communist hardware. That's not true, because I bought it twice. What are you growling at? Get a pit bull, they said. It'll be fun, they said. I was on the phone with Kyle Coonley the other night, and I got tickled because, God damn it, because we couldn't even hardly talk. Because I had him on speakerphone. His dog got to barking, which got my dog to barking back at it. Sorry, guys. I know this can't be entertaining. I should have just did this off camera. All right. And in all honesty, I could be doing it off camera now. I haven't been paying attention to whether y'all could see me or not. You don't want a tie barrel anyway, still is stronger. Oh, well, it's a bit late. I already switched out for the tie barrel. And I ain't hard using this bitch no way, so it'll be okay. Hush! I think she's just mad because she knows I'm using Chinese shit. She's pissed about it. Can y'all hear her? Yeah, y'all witnessed that. I just jacked it all up. But I gotta fix this. Wasn't gonna go any further without doing it anyway. So what y'all doing on the internet? 2:47, day before Christmas anyway, or Christmas Eve. Y'all not got jobs and stuff? I know I don't, but sure, I thought surely y'all'd have something better. I started to do this last night, but I didn't want I don't want to be drinking on Grumpy's Kool-Aid or interfering with anybody else's time, so I decided against it. Now, folks, we have an issue. This barrel is too long. I don't know if that's because I'm changing the scales. I don't know. That, or maybe it's because I just used the wrong piece, because there's a whole nother one right here. Which means I don't even know what this is for. So once again, we start all over. Go with the blue, they said. It'll look better. Yeah. You can do it, Shang Chang. Fuck y'all. Good and damn well, y'all just wanted me to suffer longer. Now she's over here licking her paws on my sheets, so it'll be a big wet spot. That's always great. Not the kind of wet spots you want on your sheets. It's a 65-pound mongoloid dog. Were y'all in here the night I showed her off, had her jump up my lap during my live stream? She's a beautiful beast, but she's an asshole. So my problem when I'm doing this, I can't tell if I'm even turning it because I can't feel it. But I did then. I finally got it. Got them old dead diabetes fingers. No Sugarfoot joke, Kyle. That's fucking rude. Damn, more. Just how jealous KC will be when he sees your blue hardware out Spyderco. What does that mean? Why don't I read the chat while I work? Because Gunner, I can barely work, much less read the chat and work. Thinking out you're the one who bought it. Oh, I just said screw it, knocked off. I don't know, man. I'll figure out something. My luck, I'll end up having to put it all back stock. And I don't know if Marty's in here, so I don't want to bring it up, dude. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but is it just me, or is Advanced Weapon Tech's prices not slightly better than Original Goods? I could be wrong, but it seems like they're $10 to $20 per set of scales cheaper to me. Kyle, I wouldn't send it to you to put together. I just keep it all in a damn bag before I send it to you, jackass. I'd let Dopey put it back together. All right. It's looking. There's a whole lot of parts over there. I guess they just send extra because it looks like there's 2 extra pivot screws. There's definitely 2 of those. Where else could those go? I mean, that's all the screws are. But you guys are right. I am glad that I went with the blue hardware. It does look better. Look there. I ain't even tightened it up a bit yet, but it's already center. God, I didn't even think about this. What a pain in the ass it's going to be. I don't even know if I can get these screws out. That's probably a huge mistake. I probably should have left those silver. So I always have issues with these, with getting this one screw out. It's like the angle's not right. It don't ever want to come out. Anybody got any hints on that? On how you get that little fucker out of there? Oh, I just forgot I'm on YouTube. You can't use such language on here. Fuck YouTube. Give a fuck about their money. That's why I wanted y'all to quit buying memberships and shit. Fuck them getting all that money. Quit licking. Hey, cut it out. I have to lay there. Fuck YouTube. Yeah. I say that and I watch it 24/7. I'd love to be able to say, I'm going to Rumble, but hell, nobody goes to Rumble. Everybody talks about it. Kyle, you can kiss my ass. I don't know how to get the screw out. Maybe I should put one of the blue screws in, install it, and then try to. Ian, I fucking hate you, dude. The silver was better. Oh shit! Hey, I know everybody knows who E&G is by now, but if you're new at all or you haven't had any experience with E&G is by far the funniest guy on the internet. The fact that he doesn't have a channel blows my mind because that dude is hilarious, man. I'm sure this is a horrible idea and it's probably not going to work, but I'm going to try it. Or the knife could just be a mongoloid like me and have 2 blue screws and 1 silver one in the clip. Hey, wait a minute. I think I got some magnetic bits over here. Well, never mind. That's not going to work, is it? These are titanium screws. I'm just glad I realized that before y'all attacked me in the chat for it. I mean, does anybody have any idea on a better way to put these in? Maybe this is it. One back. What is he saying? I now have both AWT and OG just added, and both are what? Both are shit. Both are fire. Both are acceptable. Both are what, buddy? At least the communist butter bowls won't hang up in the clip bowls. Fucking communist. God, I had so much fun lighting Cole up on his Instagram the other day. Did y'all see that? He was talking about some knife, some Chinese knife, and how it was heavenly. And I was like, you can't use the word heavenly describing a Chinese-made knife because Christianity, heavenly is a Christian concept, and Christianity is punishable by death in China. You know, he was like, fuck you, Shane. But hey, man, I didn't say anything wasn't true. How are you going to talk about heaven? You're talking about a knife from a country that can get a bullet in your head. Well, I don't know if that helped me at all. It's unscrewed. It just won't. Ah! There it went. It fell out. Sorry, baby. Scared my dog. So my dog's got that yeast thing where she licks her paws all the time. And I bought her, the animal probiotics and all that shit online. And it didn't help at all. Does anybody have any ideas? Because I feel bad for her. But on the other hand, I feel even worse for me because she never stops licking. So when she gets in my bed, which she spends quite a bit of time in, she licks her paws and leaves a big sloppy wet spot on my sheets. Well, hang on. I'm trying to back up to... Both are easier to put on by anyone but Shane. Oh, okay. Just testing you. Both are great. Good deal. Go on back. Good to hear. All right. Now how to get this one to go into the hole. Because it's at an extreme angle. Thinking if I just raise that clip up a little bit, it'll fall over. I don't want to bend it. Is there anything any more annoying than a bent clip? It don't do its damn job anymore. All right. What I missed, the wet spot on the sheets was the dog, he says. Likely story. Oh, me. I've messed my whole background up. I've got this, everything's all jacked up. I got to figure out how to get this screw to just go over. So the people that hate Spyderco, is this why? Is this a good reason to hate Spyderco? Because of shit like this? Hey, you know what? I just realized something. I bet if I loosen these two and let the clip rise up just a little bit, it'll make room for that screw head. God, I'm smart. You're right. I've already scratched it up. Look. But I don't care, man. I love that rubbed look on aluminum. All right, guys, in case you want to know, if you ever have problems with that screw being at an angle, it's because you've tightened down the other two screws and you've not given it room to get underneath the edge of that clip. So all you really have to do is loosen those two up a bit, and then you can quit jabbing shit under your clip and scratching up your brand new $100 scales like a damn idiot from Alabama. All right. Ah, look at that. Well, some people would be so mad about that. That being said, if you'd like to be installed your scales, well, you're an idiot. Trust me, you don't want me installing your scales. Let's check centering. Centering looks good. Let's check the flick. Oh, that's so much locked up ties the drum. What did I do? I mean, she is tight as a drum. Yeah, so this doesn't feel good at all. To be honest with y'all. This this is not the outcome I was looking for. Not even a little bit. I guess that was it. I had the damn body screws torqued down too tight. But God, when it fires now, it feels spring loaded almost. But out to there, it still don't feel quite right. Wait a minute, are we? We got all kind of pivot wobble. Because by all means, do not assume there's anything wrong with AWT scales. I'm absolutely positive. Anything that's wrong is my fault. That thing is. Oh, me. Thought I had it. I'm trying to see if there's any chance maybe the washer walked out, or I'm sure I did something horrifically wrong. Dude, this thing is tight. So maybe I misspoke. Maybe this is going to somebody in a box. It's the Chinese pivot. I told you not titanium pivot. Those Chinese tolerances. Here we go. That's the only thing about talking shit about Chinese stuff all the time is when you have to suck it up and use them every now and then it don't work. You are gonna catch hell about it. I really don't know what to do, guys. I mean, I don't know that even if I took it apart, I would know what to do about these issues, because I can make the knife function just fine, but that hardware is a bit looser than I like it for sure. And you can see there, we got a little wiggle too. So that's not correct. But I don't see the washers pushed out anywhere they're not supposed to be. I don't know what else could be causing it to be that tight. I mean, it's working fine right now, but it's the assembly's awful loose. I mean, that's as loose as I would feel comfortable having a screw right there. And it won't hardly open. I mean, it's harder to open than a buck 110. What do y'all think I should do? Should I just stop while I'm ahead and get somebody to fix it? Or you guys want to hang out and watch me try to fix it? That's a real question. I try polishing the washers. Ian, I'm not taking any advice from you. Look at a part 2 to this live. Oh, man. All right. I feel like I learned enough in the 3 or 4 times I've had to redo it, and I don't have to redo the clip. Shouldn't be that big a deal, right, guys? Shouldn't be a big deal to take apart what I've already done. And the barrel is no longer press fit, so I shouldn't have to fight with that. I said I shouldn't. What the hell holding it on there? No. Well, it was not the washers. They were all in place. I guess if the barrel wasn't... Ooh. I bet that's it. I bet it's just not machined to tolerance. Because if it's just a hair bit too short... The fuck was that? That's awesome. I think the stop pin just popped out. We're backing up now. Yeah, and I had not messed with the stop pin previously, so I guess I'll find out how difficult that is to mess with. Damned old Chinesium barrel. Or pivot collar, whatever you call it. Or it could be the damned old dumbass redneck trying to put this together. I feel like it's much easier to blame the Chinesium, though. At least for me, it is. All does this go back in there? That almost seemed too simple. Well, alrighty then. Let's try this again. I can't pick that damn screw up. If they ain't thread up, I can't get them. That don't feel very good. So you guys, y'all all done with your Christmas shopping, and neither one of them feel right. I ain't gonna crank on them. Yeah, and I will try that, buddy, because right now nothing feels right. It's like it's, I don't want to say it's binding, but it's kind of biting. They're not going in like I feel like they should. But maybe it's because it's the titanium screws and maybe they don't jive with the stainless steel. Just to see, I'm going to put one of these back in. It's all going to come down to this fucking blue hardware. And to be honest with you, I'm solely going to blame E&G because his is the only taste that I have any respect for. Yeah, the factory hardware just screws right back in. Oh, look at there, guys. What is that? No, we do not have extra ones of those. So that's not supposed to be there. Oh, man. Which side did it fall off of? Top side. Yeah, something's not right here. Can only imagine the smart ass comments Kyle's got going right now. All right, now it's seated. Maybe I'm going to start a whole new channel called Modding Knives Poorly. Would you guys tune in for that? I mean, it's clear that you would because you're here. Some advanced weapon tech's gonna send me a cease and desist email. That'd be hilarious. Trust me, we all have had knives we struggled with. Yeah, but I struggle with all of them. Is the funny part, but it's because I'm a damned old cripple, and people seem to like to laugh about it, find joy in it. That's okay. I see why you say blade half open, Kyle, because that or Ian, because that makes room for the little stop pin assembly. It gets all that out of the way. I really want these blue screws though. Now that I did all this, and look, they go into they go in that far and stop. Whereas the factory was done. Maybe that's why there's two different sets though. Nobody told me to look into that. But these look. Let's compare them. Oh man, they look exactly the same. Why does one go in and one don't? I think that's why my dog was growling at me. She's letting me know I was screwing up. It's still it just won't. You know, one thing I haven't considered, maybe the Chinesium titanium pivot is a different thread than the American stainless one. Because as you can see, when I use the factory hardware, they just smooth as silk. Run up flush just like they're supposed to. So I guess the lesson learned here today, you guys, is AWT good, Chinesium hardware bad. Now, oh, that's my fault. It's still awfully snug. But centered. Yeah, that's not right, guys. Just not right. I really don't know where else to go from here. Let me make sure I don't have it discombobulated, not having this body screw in. God, I hate my hands. I don't wish this shit upon anybody. Y'all still there? Did I ran y'all off with boredom yet? Listen to that. It doesn't even, you can hear it dragging on something. And now it's off center. Kyle, y'all can't actually be enjoying this. I pulled it back to center, but I bet it's, yep. Oh, man. Smash that live button. Need to get his out there. Well, going right, I wasn't thinking about taking my shirt off. I wasn't even thinking about going, all right. In all seriousness for a moment, guys, is there a chance that because this is a liner delete, that neither one of those barrels that it came with are going to be right? Could that have it bound up, do you think? Do you think maybe I should go back to just the factory hardware and be done with it? You think that's the answer? Because I'm already at a point now where I'm silver and I mean I've got one blue screw and one blue. I don't know. Because I used this hardware previously. I'll show you, and it worked perfectly. But that was not a liner delete. There's the exact same hardware. And you know what? I just realized too, I bet all of this is my fault. Because as you can see, the difference in a PARA3 and a PM2, this has a pinned stop pin. This has a screw in it. That's why there are two barrels that come with it. Because this, what I've been trying to assemble, is, drum roll, PM2 hardware. So am I an idiot and just assumed that PM2 hardware would work on a PARA3? Ian? Dopey? Y'all? Kyle? Anybody? Is that where I messed up? I'm using PM2 hardware on a PARA3? I just assumed they would be the same. Kyle, yes, that's it. Are you being serious, Kyle? Because if it is, I can just put my factory hardware back in. Because I bet you that barrel spacer is not right and it's squeezing those together. Yes, that's definitely the problem. Okay. All right. Good enough. So 100% my fault. I believe they use a lot of the same hardware, Sid, but I don't believe they use all the same hardware, simply because this kit came with two barrels, because the PM2 requires a second barrel right there. So what I've got the lock pin barrel installed here because the other one's too long, but not every screw. Yeah, I'd rather not comment. Well, Crispy, if your comment was going to be to badmouth me, I'd rather you not comment either. Because that's what I've done. Guarantee it. I know for a fact I did, because when I looked it up, when I was looking for PARA3 hardware, all I could find was PM2 hardware. And in my mind, I thought, well, aren't they the same? Not necessarily zero, because at the time, nobody in the comments knew my dumb ass had the wrong hardware. So, can't blame them. Now it's got me curious. Damn if they don't look exactly the same to me though. But I mean, that's all I can come up with that it is. That's the only thing. Let's try this one. We still have the screws in it. Yeah, I use PM2 hard on PM3 hardware interchangeably, but I only use the screws and lanyard. My memory's correct. What Dopey say? I don't know, man. It just nothing about it feels right to me. Oh man. Just to vindicate myself slightly, I did try to call Justin, Mr. ODC OCD for DIC, and ask him if the hardware was interchangeable. But he wouldn't answer the phone. Sure, y'all do, Ian. Sure, y'all do. You know one thing I'm not doing, buddy? I'm not taking them blue screws out of that clip. At least not today. Because I don't care enough. Because I ain't bougie like OENG is. And Kyle Cooney. Kyle Cooney's bougie as hell, too. Y'all seen his PM2? Don't let him kid you. He'll act like he ain't bougie, but he's bougie as fuck. Well, let me find out all these text messages I'm getting from you guys fucking with me. That's why I'm ignoring them, because I'm assuming that's what they are. It's probably Kyle telling me something that would have saved me all this headache 45 minutes ago. Kyle, should I have been talking about my upcoming surgery while I'm doing this? Would that have been a good idea? Let's see what we got. No, it's Dopey. Titanium hardware kit. Fuck you, Dopey. It's a link to the hardware you actually need. That's not something I want to hear at this point. Let's see, that's a clip screw. Sorry for the silence, guys, and the being off screen, because now this isn't wanting to cooperate. Oh, okay, there it went. No, I do not want to scale swap your Spidey. At this point, I don't want to scale swap my own Spideys because it's still not right. Even with all the factory hardware back in it. I'm gonna try the hardware out of my Shaman X. Maybe that will fit. Now in 2 weeks when the hardware's come in, we can watch this all over again. I don't know what else to do, guys. I put the factory hardware back in. And it's still, I mean, it's glassy smooth, but it's got no pop to it. And closing it, it's once again very smooth, but it's that. Oh man, you just gotta dial it in, dude. No, there's no dialing that in. I'm telling you, that's just not right. That's something not right. Because the only way to stop that is to loosen these more than I'm comfortable with having them loose. Even loosened. Look, I mean, I can do it, but that was the point of this knife, was how easy it was, and now I really have to put some effort into it. Is it just going to be different now because my washer is riding on that anodized aluminum, or let me take Ian's advice here. So you're saying back off the body screws. And start with the body screws, snug them down. I'm just turning those till I can feel them kind of bottoming out. It's not necessarily tight. They're just bottom. Crispy Critter, throw it on. There should be an F in there. Throw it on the fucking ground. Well, after all that one was my fault. I'm telling you, it's still not as easy as it was. But there's no crunchy, grindy sound anymore. Pretty fine, I'm not sure. Sitting there beside each other, I mean, I couldn't mock them. But sitting there beside each other, they looked exactly the same to me. But then again, so did everything else. Maybe the blue hardware was never the issue, because after dialing it in the way Ian told me to, it is working. It's getting better. And maybe I should have took Javon's advice. Maybe I should have actually greased the washers. Maybe that would have been a good idea. I don't know. Well, Wombat, I wouldn't dare try to blame any of this on AWT. I'm sure every single bit of this is my fault. Yeah, I mean, I can even do it right-handed, and I don't Spidey flip well right-handed. But y'all hear that? No, listen to this. All right, listen when I engage this lock. Well, let me put it over here. It sounds. Oh well, that's just the lock bar. Right? Yeah. Does it look rad, Ian? Because it kind of breaks my heart. Yeah, I'm kidding. I do like the way it looks. I do wish the blue hardware had worked. Looking back on it, and you know what? I may even off camera, I may try reusing the blue hardware now that I realize that maybe it was just the way. See, that would never happen though, dude. Ever. Originally, it just requires more force now. But I'm not going to put you guys through that. I may swap it out and try to dial it back in with the blue hardware just because I liked it better. But just, I will do one thing while y'all are watching just to show you though. It's all assembled. We know everything's lined up. So if I take this pivot screw out, I want to show you that, well, I want to show myself that these blue ones will not go in. Because they wouldn't a while ago. Yep, gets right there, it gets super tight. Y'all see how much that's sticking out? And it's straight. So there was no using these to begin with. Oh, and now it's going to strip out and not come out. Awesome. So that's where we're at. This wasn't a tutorial to begin with, but now it's certainly not. Not even something an idiot could reference to do their own. Right back to the same way. It's likely one of the washers is facing the wrong direction, wrong. Is it not the way it was before? You just assume if you polished them, it won't matter how they were in there. Well, you know what though, Ian, I'm going to stop. I may let Dopey or somebody, Dopey since he's local, I may let him fiddle with it, see if he can make it better. But now I'm kind of disappointed because this was my daily jam, has been for a while. Now it can't be because that's going to drive me nuts. I can't carry it like that. So yeah, you're right, Lemmy. It's informative. Tells you what not to do. So yeah, guys, I appreciate y'all joining me. Sorry that it was an epic fail, but you know it is what it is. I had a good time. Glad I got to see y'all. Glad y'all got to laugh at me. And I guess I'll do an update whenever I get this repaired. Anyway, appreciate the amount of time y'all spend with me, guys. I love y'all. It's good seeing you. Peace out.